So you're planning to move to Germany in 2025. Amazing choice. Great food, efficient transport, and world-class healthcare. But there is a catch. Germany has some really strange laws that can surprise foreigners. In today's video, I will walk you through 10 most unusual German laws that you absolutely need to know before you pack your bag, or you tend to risk some awkward moments. If you're interested in this, let's dive right in.
Me and my people, we go jolly, yo. We the party, yo. We know they send nobody, cause we get no worries and we get energy. I tell them, they my follow.
Hi guys, you're welcome back to your favorite channel, and if you are coming across this channel for the very first time, you are mostly welcome. And let me give you a brief background of what this channel is about. On this channel, we have different segments, and the segments includes family timeouts, couples corner, Yoruba class. Sometimes we have pranks and games with the kids. You might want to check out some of our videos on our channel. I'm sure you'll definitely find some interesting videos you can watch. So please, you're welcome to the family and to the community, and it's a pleasure to have you here. Please, and as you're watching, please hit that subscribe button. It helps us to grow. Please hit the like button. It helps the YouTube algorithm to, share this video to other people, and you'll be helping us by doing that. And do not forget to comment if you enjoy our content. It's a good feedback, and we take feedback and we work on it. So without much ado, let's go into today's video. So on today's video, we'll be talking about some weird, I call it weird, or you might say strange German laws. There were some laws that even when I moved in here a couple of years back, and I found those laws quite strange, because I tend to wonder, why should we abide by such rules or laws? And you must have heard from other people that Germany is a country of rules and law. You break the law, you face the consequences. So we'll be going into those laws that I find quite weird and strange. One of them is the quiet Sunday and dancing ban. That is, on Sunday, it is usually very empty on the streets. You know why? Because the supermarkets, most of the shop outlets are all closed. It's like a public holiday for everyone. I've had other people that have lived in other parts of Europe, and I've had the experience, like people that live in the UK, they tend to tell me that it's quite different there, because you still see shops and supermarkets open on Sundays, but here it is not. So you may come here and go out on a Sunday, and you see that everywhere is quiet, as if everyone has left the town. So it is something you will find here, and everybody is indoor, no going out. So it's either you do your shopping a day before, that is on a Saturday, because on Sunday everywhere is locked up. And so in Germany, Sundays are sacred, not just for religion, but for peace and quiet. You can't mow the lawn, use power tools, or blast music. Some of you Africans, where we come from, music all the time at any point in time. But here, you can't blast music. I found that very hard to cope with my first 2-3 years, because where I come from, party is like almost every day. Everybody blasts music, but that you cannot do here. So you can't even mow your lawn. If you have a small garden somewhere behind your house, you can't do it on a Sunday. You can either do that on a Saturday or way before the weekend if you have time. On Sunday, no, it's sacred. No more mowing of lawns. You can't use power tools. It is called Ruhe Zeiten, and it is taken very seriously. And during some public holidays like Good Friday, dancing is literally banned. It is called Tanzverbot. And yes, club have to close. So if you are new here, Sundays are for nature walk, cafes, or Netflix in your house. No DIY project. That's the time you want to start fixing your cabinets. Is verboten. What's verboten? It's forbidden. You can't do it on a Sunday. The second strange rule or strange law that I found in Germany is the Autobahn or road rules. You've heard it, no speed limit. There are some highways, Autobahn is called highways, whereby people can drive at 150, 180 and all that. There are some segments of the highway whereby there are no speed limits. So true, some of the stretches of the Autobahn, if I say Autobahn, you should know that that is the highway. Okay, let me use highway. But what's not allowed? Stopping on those highway without a valid reason. Take for instance, you run out of fuel. It is considered negligence and you can get fined. So if you're driving your car, you need to take into consideration that do I have enough fuel to take me to my destination. So let's say you are moving from one city to another, you must make sure that you have enough fuel to take you to that point which you are going to. Even if it's an electric car, you must make sure it's fully charged, that before you make your next charge, it's not that you get on the highway and you can't run out of energy or fuel, as the case may be. You can be seriously fined. You pay serious fine. So also, jaywalking is not a cute thing here. Jaywalking is you get to a traffic light as a pedestrian, you are walking, you are not driving, and the light is on red and you just cross because no car is coming. It's called jaywalking. If police gets hold of you, you can you'll be surprised, you will pay a fine, and this fine is always between 5 euro to 10 euros. It is that crazy. I know it sounds somehow to some of you guys. So it's called jaywalking. So if the light is red, even as a pedestrian walking, you stay until you see green, then you can go, whether there is car or not. So it's some of those funny laws that I found out in Germany. Now let's go to the next one. Apartment noise and neighbor etiquette. What are these? In shared buildings, peace is king. In the kind of apartment which we live is a shared building, and so many times I've had to caution the kids from making noise. Children want to play, they want to jump, they want to shout, but it's a shared apartment. There are other neighbors, so you must put them into consideration. So you always have to keep tabs on them so as not to make too much noise and to keep it as quiet as possible, especially on Sundays. So even building has a house ordnung. House ordnung simply means house rules. Every apartment always have these house rules stated. Some are by the entrance of the building of what and what you're expected to do, so that you can read and familiarize yourself with them. Basically the house rules, and they tell you when to be quiet, how to handle trash. These are the things you see on those house rules, and even when you can shower or do your vacuum, you want to clean your rugs and all that, because of the machine makes a lot of noise. So like vacuuming, it's totally banned on Sundays. It's not the day you start say, okay, my house is dirty, I want to do my vacuum. You do it a day before, so it's not, those quiet time is not allowed. Throwing glass bottles in the recycling bin at midnight is not cool at all. So if your neighbor notices that, and they can report you, so you need to be careful. So anything that makes noise or inconveniences people, unusual noises are frowned at, and people can call the police on you. So get used to the house rules of any apartment you are moving to. That's not to get fined. The fourth one, trash and recycling rules. Germany recycling system is legendary and confusing at first. Every household sorts trash into categories. In the house, every house, you have to sort your waste. So the categories are paper, packaging, glass, bio waste, and general waste. So in our house now, we have, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have like 5 different bags, waste bags. So even the kids you have to teach your kids that this is where you put the glass, this is where you put waste paper, this is where you put used tissues, maybe you clean your nose or something. So all are separated, and when you take them out, there are separate what do you call Multon? Waste containers that are outside, and it is stated on each waste container where what goes into. Although I see some people still don't care, they do things the way they are. Humans are like that. So, but you have to keep to the rules. Sort your waste is very is really legendary about the waste rules. So you can't do things anyhow. Sort your waste accordingly. So this is an everyday echo quiz you can't skip. Even the kids have to learn that. The fifth one is public gestures and politeness. Hand gestures, blurred police saying polite greetings. Certain gestures that may seem harmless elsewhere are illegal here. Obscene hand signs, especially towards a police, take note, police or drivers, can cost you hundreds of euros. You know what obscene hand signs are? People make some gestures with their hand. I can't do that here now, but I believe you understand what I mean by obscene. Trying to pass a message which is mostly rude with your finger, giving the middle finger to a police or drivers can cost you a whole lot of fine, hundreds of euros. So you better take note. Also, avoid joking about or referencing Nazi symbols. That's not just rude, it's criminal. Going by the history of Germany, they do not take that lightly by showing some Nazi symbols like you are seeing on the screen now. It is not allowed. It is criminal. And remember, when talking to strangers or officials, always use Sie and not Du unless invited. So to my English speaking audience, one thing I found about German language is that is a language of that takes into cognizance respect. So it's more like the Yoruba language too. There are some certain words that you can not use for an elderly person if you are the younger one. So if you are speaking with police officers or somebody that you are not familiar with, you use the general word Sie. Sie is like a form of respect, like you are addressing this person with respect. But use the word Du like you to someone that is a family member or somebody you are used to or a known person to you. It can cost you a lot. You can't see a policeman now and start using the word Du bist du fertig. So instead of using bist du fertig, you can't say that sind Sie fertig. So that's the difference. You need to take note. Even if you have been living in Germany, most of us sometimes I make that mistake. To the sixth one, baby names and own laws. What is own laws? So this one has to do with, there are laws about the name you can give to your child. Number one, if you take those names there, some names can be rejected. Now, what am I trying to say? The Standards Amt or Registry Office can reject names that do not clearly indicate gender or sound inappropriate. So you can't say, okay, it's my child, she's my child. I can name my child Table. In this world we are now, there are so many funny things happen. So the registry office have the right to reject a name that they do not deem fit for a child to be named after. So in as much as you are the parents, you need to be watchful of the kind of names, and some names are forbidden. There's a particular name that is forbidden in giving to your child here. They try to protect the child from being ridiculed in future. Take for instance, name your child Table and say, yes, I just feel like that's what I want to. And the child grows up to being called Table. Can subject that child to psychological and emotional trauma much later in life. So they try to protect the child as much as possible. So take note of that. You can't name your child anything you want. To the next one. Number 7, nature laws and sandcastle bans. Yes, you can get fined for picking the wrong plants, or you pick too many mushrooms, for those that love to use mushrooms. Some areas limit how much you can take from the forest, and certain plants are protected. On beaches, especially the islands, building giant sandcastle or holes is banned for safety and erosion reasons. I hope that is clear enough. So you can enjoy nature, you also need to respect the nature. Number 8, registration laws. So when you move to Germany, one thing you must do is to register your address where we are living now. We were living in a different town before moving to where we are now. And the first thing you will do is to register your address. It is called the Anmeldung, and you usually have 2 weeks to do that at your local city office. Within 2 weeks, you must register because they need to know who is moving in, who is moving out. So they have a very good database about people living in each city or town. So without it, you can't open a bank account. If you don't register your address, you can't. Those are the disadvantages. You can't open a bank account, you can't get a phone plan or receive mail properly. So if you miss the deadline, expect fine. You will be fined. Expect that one, you will just see something in your box. So take note of that. Number 9, hate speech or historical symbol. I mentioned something close to that earlier. Germany takes hate speech extremely serious, so you have to be careful. Displaying Nazi symbols, I mentioned that in one of the laws earlier. Denying the Holocaust or spreading extremist view is a criminal offense. So you know now, and it is punishable by prison. You have been informed. It is not just about sensitivity, it is about historical responsibility. Germany has gone through a lot, consider their history, and there are many things they try to guide so that we can have a sane. So they are trying to prevent history repeating itself, so which I find quite good and it's encouraging. Now to the 10th one, the 10th law. This one is visa, work and residency compliance. So that is like the final paperwork. Your visa or residence permit will list what you can do and can't do, like work hours or study rights. So violating those terms can jeopardize your stay. If you are here to study as a student, let's take the student visa for example, and as a student you have limited hours to work. So if you try to play smart and try to do more than the number of hours you are expected to work, I think for students, I think they can work for 20 hours in a week. So you can't do a full-time job because your visa is different. So you need to be very, very careful of the kind of things you do, and you must work according to your visa or your resident permit. So it differs for different people. So you must be cognizant of what kind of visa do I have, because it differs for everybody, and what am I permitted to do and what am I not to do. So ignorance won't be an excuse. You collect the fine, seriously. So those are the things. And guys, those are the 10 strange laws that I have highlighted in this video. And please comment in the comment section. Let's know what are those strange laws in your own location. Write it in the comment section. I want to know. Feedback is good. Let's know what is in your place. What are the laws there that you find strange. Write it in the comment section. We would like to read your feedback. And thanks for watching the video until this moment. So if you found this helpful, please hit the subscribe button if you have not, and also share with your friends and family members. This can be maybe able to help somebody. And also the like button is very important, and we hope you've enjoyed this particular video. And coming out in the coming weeks, I'll be sharing 10 things that shock expats about German apartments. You don't want to miss that. So see you guys in the next one, and bye for now.